has been a wild day at the state capitol. The start to the 2025 legislative session has been anything but typical.
That's for sure. Democrats boycotted the first day, hoping to stall business in the House, but Republicans pushed forward, electing a speaker anyway. Tonight, the Secretary of State's calling on the state Supreme Court to get involved.
Ben Henry is here with the power struggle playing out tonight. Ben.
And likely weeks ahead. In a big development today, a judge upheld the results of a Shakopee House race, saying there will be no special election. That means DFLer Brad Tabke is the winner. Still, Democrats fear Republicans will ignore the results and the court decision and try to kick Tabke out. It could keep them away from the Capitol for weeks.
When do we want it?
Rallies like these are a typical sight at the state capitol, but empty chairs inside the House chambers, not so much. Republicans showed up, but in a historic move, Democrats boycotted the first day of the session. And that was just the beginning. Secretary of State Steve Simon presided over the opening minutes, stopping business before it even began.
There is no quorum as required by the Constitution of the state of Minnesota.
Mr. Secretary,
the House may not conduct any further business, and the House of Representatives
Mr.
is
Secretary,
adjourned.
I move to appeal the rule.
Still, Republicans carried on.
Mr. Secretary, the House is not adjourned. You do not have authority over the House of Representatives.
Simon says state law requires 68 lawmakers to do business in the House, but Republicans argued their 67 members is enough, declaring a quorum and electing Representative Lisa Demuth as House Speaker.
I want to thank you for this incredible honor.
Make no mistake, what we saw today was an attempted coup.
Far from the Capitol, DFL House members gathered inside the Scott County Government Center.
Republicans did not have a quorum. The Secretary of State has the authority to call the House to order. They completely ignored that and engaged in a sham proceeding unlike anything we could have imagined.
But Republicans say it's Democrats who are breaking state law. Representative Demuth saying by quote, refusing to show up for work. Secretary Simon later writing, I have no interest in being part of a partisan struggle, but the authority granted by state law to the Secretary of State was violated today after the House adjourned. His office adding he plans to file a petition with the Supreme Court to make clear to the public that these proceedings were not legally legitimate. A lot of what happens next will be determined by the results of the January 28th special election in House District 40B. That's in the Roseville and Shoreview area. You'll remember Democrat Curtis Johnson beat Republican Paul Wickstrom, but was later disqualified when a judge ruled he didn't live in the district. A win by a Democrat would put the balance of power in the House back at 67 to 67. Without some sort of power-sharing agreement, Democrats may not return to the Capitol until after that special election is over. DFLers told us today, despite being away from the Capitol, they're working for their constituents in the meantime. Lindsay?
Okay. Thank you, Ben.